Welcome back to the 420 Tarot Lounge. I want to thank everybody for being here. I appreciate each and every viewer. And if you're liking my interpretation of the cards, please go ahead. Give a like. Pass that puff. And if you're so inclined, subscribe. I can't wait to upload it. My internet is down. The pole is out on the street. It ripped out of my house. The cord, whatever you want to call it, ripped right out of my house. So, yeah. Anyway, so I'm not sure how I'm going to get these uploaded, but I don't have any Wi-Fi energy around me, or whatever you want to call that extra electro, and my dog is actually a lot quieter, believe it or not, like a lot more, I won't say docile, but calm. But anyway, enough about me. This is about you. So my name is Friday, and this is the 420 Tarot Lounge. I like to call myself a prism walker because I try to be as authentic as YouTube will allow me to. I don't want to push those boundaries too much because I do want to reach as many people as possible. So we're going to ask Spirit, Source, God, any insight, any message, any blind spot that we may be overlooking. Two of Swords. So yes, a blind spot we may be overlooking. I'm not sure if that would be... the feeling I'm getting off of that is you either don't know that you have tough choices coming up, or that you're trying to avoid those tough choices. The Hanged One. Okay, so I think you are trying to I think you're trying not foretell, but you're trying to figure out which one may give you the better outcome, which way you went would give you the better outcome. The Knight of Swords. The Six of Swords. These cards are a little big for my hand. I did try to shuffle them this way, but they end up everywhere. So, okay, so there's one that wanted to come out. The Star. Any of the cards that may appear as though they are obscene, I don't bring them up to the camera because some of the readers have had strikes against them because of the illustration on the cards. The Empress. So I had the Empress in the last reading as well on this same side. So I'm wondering, am I talking to the same frequency? So if you're here, that means our frequencies have met. They've synchronized. They've come in balance with each other. Page of Discs. And the overall underlying energy for this is the Ace of Wands. Okay. So yes, this feels like it could be even a continuation of the last one. But I digress. I feel like you're the type of person that always likes to be, but always likes to streamline things. Make things as simple as possible in order to be as efficient as possible. The original question we had asked Spirit Source God was, is there anything that is maybe in our blind spot that we're overlooking? And I think looking at these 7 cards right now with the Ace of Wands, that this is, you're not looking at the consequences. There's consequences. So before I pull any more cards, this is where you're at here. Like, I feel like you are looking for as much information as you can before you try to implement anything or have something implemented. I mean, this could be something in your household. This could be how you load the dishwasher, for Pete's sake. Um, but you are definitely the type of person that is not afraid to go out on a limb. No, I won't say go out on a limb. Take risk. But I also, the Empress is always prepared. The Empress has always got a secondary plan, so to speak. Right? She never gets herself trapped. She's got all these friends, right? She's got all kinds of friends. She can run away into the woods. She's always in creation mode. She's always got her thinking cap on, if you want to say that, her thinking cap. Okay. Even though she is Earth, she's grounded, right? Okay. Any additional insight or message that you would like to provide for us, Spirit Source God? The Hanged Man. So okay, so let's see what else is coming up here. What else is coming up here, Spirit Source God? What else can you tell us? The Page of Swords. And one more card, please, Spirit Source God, if you can, please. So what happens is the strength. And the overall underlying energy here is the Eight of Swords. So, yeah. What I'm seeing here is you have, maybe you've got some kind of idea, program, regiment, something, okay? And before it can be implemented, all the pros and cons have to be weighed. Why is it good to do it? Why is it good not to do it? Right? Why is it bad to do it? Why is it bad not to do it? Or what are the advantages, disadvantages of staying with the status quo or moving forward? The doubled hanged man here is with the Eight of Swords here, is telling me that you may be, would you say that? You've got yourself so immersed in it that you may be missing elements that are detrimental to a decision. Because we have the Page of Swords here, and we have the Knight of Swords here with the Star and the Page of Pentacles. So I think that there is... I want to say a chance for you to grow, a chance for you to level up, a chance for you to be successful. See, if you look at these two hanged men here, they're, oh, you want to call it their figure four, are like bookends. So it's like it's always on your mind. You're always contemplating it. It's taking up a lot of your energy. I almost feel like there's even a... I don't want... this... I want to say that you almost know that it's... although it would be successful and highly efficient and all that kind of good stuff, that you're aware of the blind spots. You're aware of the blind spots. And you know that the blind spots are negative impacts onto this idea. And they're not negative like destructive. They're negative because they would be potentially changing things for people, or for people that may not be to their benefit, the individual benefit. Okay, so I got that out there, and I am going to pull a few more cards here because I feel like this like a reduction. It feels like this idea is a reduction of some sort. Any other insight, Spirit, Source, God, that you can provide? Any other insight, please? Five of Wands, Page of Cups, Four of Swords, and oh, I'm not going to look at that till I'm done reading. Okay. And okay, so you have like the internal conflict here, or this conflict here is you are. I think you're trying to figure out how you are going to communicate. You're trying to figure out how you're going to communicate the pros and cons, if you will, and noting that maybe your idea is, although is hit the goals, it's maybe not the right choice. this the level of honesty that you will portray when communicating, the authenticity, the faith, the hope, when you are that whoever you are communicating this to, I guess decision makers, whatever, um, I think you are being, you yourself feel like you're being called to be strong and not admit that anything, any wrongdoing, but admit that maybe this, whatever this idea is that hit the goal, may be useful somewhere else where its benefits would benefit, where its actions would benefit everybody and not just a higher few. That's what I'm getting with this Page of Cups here. Like this is like you're having a conversation with yourself here. This is a conversation with yourself, and you feel like you're damned if you do and damned if you don't. So let's see what this bottom card is here. Death card. So transformation. Okay, so this is the this is like an opportunity to show your true colors, I guess. Show what you're made of. The strength card here, this makes a lot of sense now. I feel like you have the best intentions for what in everything you do. You're not a selfish person whatsoever, and the last thing you would ever want to do is hurt someone or put them in harm's way. So, like I said, this idea, the blind spot that you're trying is you're overthinking things because you're trying to find what do they call confirmation bias. Okay, you're trying to find a confirmation, but deep down inside, you know that um, although your project has hit all the goals, so to speak, it's not the most humane. By implementing it, people are going to get hurt, like not physically hurt, but financially hurt. So it's like an efficiency thing. I feel like it's an efficiency thing. So as you struggle with this overthinking, but knowing the truth, but overthinking, and you have the conversations within yourself, that's the opportunity for you to show your authenticity, for you to show that your bravery, your strength, for you to show your hope. Um, and not be boastful about it, not be I don't know how you would say that. Like, not be like, nobody is more righteous than the next. So, and then the Queen of Swords underneath. So, finding your truth, right? Getting to what you are all about. So, yeah, this is the blind spots. You may get into a pattern of overthinking, and you need to recognize that for what it is. Confirmation bias. You're looking for reasons and excuses why one thing is better than another, but you've come to realize that that may not always be the best way to do things. That's maybe not the best way to um, have connections. So, like I said, this event, this overthinking decision, it's gonna. It feels like it's gonna eventually bring you to a point of checking yourself, a point of going, okay, let's get out a pad and paper and write down all of the things that I stand for. Write down all of the things that I will not accept, what at all, not whatsoever. And this can include anything from you won't stand for your boyfriend being late all the time. You won't and you believe in trust in a relationship. So, okay, so if your boyfriend's late all the time, instead of being accusational, you should trust him. This is the internal battle that you're going to have. And you have to decide how much of something you're going to accept. And then you also have to decide how you're going to address those things that you're not willing to accept. So this is a whole process, right? Internal process. And some people, actually, I should say most people, require some kind of professional input. So maybe they see a counselor, they see a therapist, they see somebody that is accredited, that they can, without spinning their wheels or without, because I feel like there's a potential there for with this you could start spinning your wheels here. Okay, so be mindful of that. I feel like that is a possibility. And once you've come to and your beliefs aren't written in stone. Like today, you could believe one thing, and 2, 3 weeks from now, even years from now, be presented with new information and change your mind, right? Like, okay, well, there I go. Oh, wow, how do I feel dumb, right? You know, but no, you didn't have the information. So, and that will give you the footing to remove this blindfold and say what is the real pros and cons of this. Yeah. So that was kind of a weird one. I just came off a high one. Wow. I had to go out and ground again. Because I was buzzing. It was just, oh wow, it was such a good reading. I haven't decided what I'm going to call it yet. Um, because it feels like it's, yeah, I haven't decided what I'm going to call it yet. But it was a good reading. Anyway, enough about that one. So, yes, so have those internal conversations, and in those internal conversations, you're going to see yourself transform into the authentic person that you are, happiest. And it may take you a little bit of time, a little bit of going through the weeds, asking tough questions, but know your facts. I can relate that to a woman taking her car to a mechanic. Okay? Ask questions, but know your facts. Okay? Um, yes. So that's your reading. It's kind of almost kind of a little bit weird. I'm not sure if I'm going to post this one because I kind of went a little bit sideways there. But anyway, my name's Friday. This is the 420 Tarot Lounge. Please pass that puff and give a like if you're enjoying my interpretation. And if you're so inclined, subscribe. I'm trying to grow my channel and I'm hoping to reach as many people as possible. And that's, I guess, how you do it. So if you could just do that for me, that would be awesome. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.